What's up, Wolfpack? I'm Anton.
I'm Kennedy, and today is December 8, 2023, and this is Wolfpack News.
Happy birthday to the following students. December 5th, William Franklin, Latora Hawkins, Kamora Northington, Amaya Jekiah Smith.
December 6th, Kennedy Allen, Darius Payne, Shelby Little, Madison McCain, Janiyah McGee.
December 7th, Jakira Cameron, Xavier Williams.
December 8th, Janiyah Woodard, Mariah Woodard, Timothy Young.
December 9th, Messiah Torres.
December 10th, Tanai Anderson, Jeremiah Schill.
And happy birthday, December 5th, to Miss Rosa Johnson.
What's up, Cleveland Central? It's your boy Josh, and today I got a joke for you. What's the one thing a homeless man can't be? A homebody.
What's up, Cleveland Central? I want to say thanks to my man Josh. Stand up, Josh. Josh, he's a real stand-up guy. All right, go ahead. Okay, I had a joke about an unemployed dog, but it doesn't really work. So I have a little Earth Day announcement in December for us. I don't know why I looked at my shirt, but did you guys hear recent news study that the Earth is made up of 73% uncarbonated water?
What?
Basically meaning the Earth is flat. Okay. Okay. There was. All right. I got three more for you guys. Three little scenarios that came up, and well, at least one I'm thinking of. All right. So there's this writing contest. Okay. There's a writing contest recently, and congrats to the winners. Great, good job. Great. But people who didn't win, they got really upset. They started crying. It was a classic read it and weep situation. Okay, hold on. All right, I just got this new broom. Let me, instructions, yep, okay. Classic read it and sweep situation.
Bottom.
My toe, ah! Classic read it and bleep situation.
Not over the Adam Corner with Pastor Ford.
Hello, Reverend Ford and I will be presenting for the Admin Corner this week. A few things I want to talk about as we get ready to close out the year. My main message today is let's finish strong in the areas of academics. So I'm encouraging all of our students to make sure that you complete all of your assignments, get with your teachers, see what you are missing, and see can you make those grades up. Because in high school, as I've often said all the time, every credit counts. You don't want to find yourself short of credits by the time you make it to the 12th grade. So make sure that you finish strong in the area of academics and attendance. Make sure you're coming to school these final 2 weeks. There's a lot of things that we got to get done. There's state testing is going on during that time. Benchmark assessments are going on that time. And these are the things you don't want to make up or have hanging over your head so that you will not graduate on time. So make sure that you finish strong by completing all your assignment and coming to school. Also, I want to talk to you just for a moment to say to you that so far the first semester has been really, really good for behavior. Yes, we've had a few things to happen, but nothing that we could not handle. So I want to encourage our students in these last 2 weeks to make sure that you continue to do the things that are right. Come to school, be on time for class, be respectful to your adults, be respectful to your teachers, and go in and do all of your work. Make sure that you're not fighting or you arguing or anything like that that would distract us from maintaining our B school. We are a B school, and we are very, very proud of the academic rating that we have here. And it's going to take us, the students, the parents, everybody to keep that rating. So I'm asking you to come to school and to be on your best behavior. But last but not least, as we get ready to enter the Yuletide season, I want you to continue to remember to help those that are in need. This is a season of giving. So while you're out, look for some kind of way to provide a service or a good to someone that is in need. My prayer is that all of us will be safe over the holidays. Young people, please be safe. Please be safe. Stay out of fights, stay out of gun violence, stay out of those things that you know that is not right. We look forward to seeing you at the beginning of the new year in the class of 2024. You're on the clock. Good luck to all of you, and I hope that you have a Merry Christmas and a very prosperous New Year. Thank you.
These are your morning announcements for Friday, December 8, 2023. The PBIS team and TSA will be selling cake apples this Friday. They are $2 each and can be purchased at Miss Hill, Miss Hall, or Miss Sibley. The National Honor Society and Beta Club are partnering to collect items for 2 ancestry ants in our community. Please bring children's toys to Miss Stanford's room, building C room 309. Students may receive service hours for items donated. The last day to donate is Friday, December 15th. A reminder about blankets and headgear worn in the building. Leave your blankets at home and do not wear headgear in the building. That includes skull caps, baseball hats, hoodies, young ladies with scarves on your head. Take that off. Lastly, we are in the last 10 days of the semester. We will adhere to a strict zero tolerance policy with regard to behavior. It is too late in the semester for some of the behavior we are seeing. Fighting, gambling, skipping, use of drugs, vapes, or other substances that are in violation of Cleveland School District policy will be addressed accordingly.
Why did you choose to become a teacher?
I chose to become a teacher simply because my mom told me to take a couple of classes in education. So I guess in actuality, I didn't choose, the profession chose me. Teaching is a passion for me. After I took a couple of classes, I knew that I loved children. I love teaching. I love just seeing the highlight of children saying, hey, look, I got it. I got it. So the profession simply chose me. And I've been doing it over 20 years now.
Why did you decide to work at CCHS?
I was at a school previously that I loved. I loved the students there. And when my season was up, I ended up coming here because of the the variety of sports, the variety of options that children have, and I wanted the best for my son. I came here, this will be my 4th year here, and I have always told people that this is my place of peace. I like being here. I love my scholars, and they have not failed to just make this exactly what I thought it would be, and that's my place of peace.
What's your educational background?
Ooh, I have 5 degrees. I have an undergraduate degree from Jackson State University in English. I have 2 masters, counseling and educational leadership from Delta State, specialist from Delta State. Also a doctorate degree from Jackson State University, and just a gamut of certification in different areas.
That's very impressive.
Thank you.
What is something you would like your students to take more seriously in life?
Oh, wow. One of the things that I often do, even within the class, I always tell children that I treat you like you're my own. And when I talk to my students, I like them to value time. I want them to practice integrity, but value time. And I always tell them, before you know it, time has gotten away. So do not take time for granted. Even with the scholars that I teach, 11th, 12th graders, before you know it, they will be on their own. They will have to make decisions where they're not calling mom, teacher, dad, grandma. They will have to make decisions on their own. So if my children can mature now, if my students can get to a point where I'm using wisdom now, I'm on time, I'm doing the lesson, I'm putting in the work, and as the young people say today, I am grinding now, then they will find that it will be beneficial for them. And that's something that not only students, but we as adults, we take time for granted. And what tends to happen when it's gone, it's gone. You can make money, you can renew relationship, you can do whatever you want to do, but you cannot control time.
This is very inspirational. Do you feel like a teacher can be disrespectful to a student, or do you feel like students can only be disrespectful to teachers? I would like to say that's a twofold question. One, people are disrespectful to whomever they want to be. If you're a disrespectful person, you're going to come off that way, no matter what the profession is. Children practice respect with whomever they want to. Even teachers, if you are a disrespectful person, then it's going to bleed out. One of the things that I like to do, I treat all of my scholars with respect, because that's what I want from them. I treat my leadership with respect, because that's what I desire from leadership. So if I come off as a respectful person, if I simply practice integrity, then that's what I'm expecting back. Do I get it back 100% of the time? No, I may not. But what tends to happen is there are alternatives to if a student is disrespectful. Sometimes leadership may not be in a good mood, and it's more like, okay, I apologize, I did not mean to come off that way. So oftentimes my students may be going through some things. I have to take a step back and say, hey, look, yesterday you were disrespectful, so let's try to do better today. Sometimes I may be disrespectful or come off a bit cutting. And the thing about it is, I have to go back and say, hey, look, I apologize. So whatever's on the inside, it's going to come out. And we do have children that are going through things. And we as individuals, as teachers, as leaders, many of us are parents, we have to understand, hey, look, children go through things just like we do. So respect is gained, it's earned. We have to understand one another, and we have to do things where we all respect each other, because we're in an environment where we have to respect each other. And I always tell my students, this is an institution of knowledge. Elixir of knowledge is here. So let's practice that. Your questions were very inspirational. Thank you for answering.
Thank you. Thank you all for asking.
Yes. Yes, I will. Well, I have to mention that. Yeah, I have to. It's kind of part of your whole thing.
Yes, I will mention that you are the great and mighty Ganondorf. Okay. Stay out of trouble while I'm here. Don't go doing nothing now. Okay. I'll see you later. Alright. Legend of Zelda. Hello Wolfpack, welcome back to another segment with Chats with Cat. Today, we're going to be talking about Legend of Zelda, as I said before. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the main antagonist / villain of the whole saga, the great and mighty Ganondorf. However, we're going to be talking about the old and new games of the franchise. So, because of that, I have to be very careful of what I say on certain things. And also, because we're going to be talking about the new and old games, we're going to be also talking about Tears of the Kingdom. I know it came out in May, however, there are still some people who have not played it. So, I am legally obligated to put a spoiler alert again because of this. So, now that that's out of the way, let's get to chatting, shall we? Now, let's start with this first question. Who is Ganondorf, you may ask? Ganondorf is the one and only male of the Gerudo. And the Gerudo are a tribe of women, specifically women. There are almost 0 men in this tribe. They're usually compiled of women, making Ganondorf the one and only male, and making him the king of the Gerudo. With this, he's also the king of darkness. And over time, his design has improved a lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. But why is he so angry all the time with this little elf man with a sword and this blonde-headed woman and this blonde-headed girl who's running around with this powerful magic of the goddess, you may ask? Well, let's kind of jump into his backstory a little bit. Ganondorf is a Gerudo. We know that. We see that in his design. You can tell that he's an older Gerudo based off of how many times he's being reincarnated. You're probably thinking, reincarnated? Dude, how is he reincarnated? He's reincarnated every single game that he's appeared in, even in his form of Ganon, which is usually in the form of a giant, like, boar of some kind. Dark Beast Ganon, Dark Ganon, Beast Ganon. Any of those are specifically beastly forms of Ganon. So, Ganondorf is being reincarnated as this person that is the reincarnation of Demise. Demise was the very first villain of the entire franchise of Legend of Zelda, which he pops in Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword takes place in a skyloft kind of land. It's in the clouds and it's above the surface level of Earth, or Hyrule, I should say. This kind of leads into the battle at the very end where Link, the very first hero of time, seals Demise away with the Goddess Sword, aka the Master Sword, which has Fi, the spirit, inside of the Master Sword. He gets sealed away, and every time Demise's hatred and his urge to get back at this hero is reincarnated as a Gerudo, and it turns out to be Ganon over and over and over again. It's an endless cycle for him, and it's kind of depressing and sad to see. Imagine you're just a random person and you just happen to have this curse on you that makes you a demon of some kind, and you have to bear this burden for ages and ages to come. it's very depressing to see. You start to feel bad for him. It's an endless cycle for him, and he can't ever stop it. Well, that's all for me and my segment for today. Oh my, Bob! Get it, I told you to not throw anything. Okay. That's all for me, Wolfpack. I'm gonna go before he starts throwing something else. I will see you guys next week. Don't you dare! Bernard, no! Get him, stop!
Not on the Wolfpack Sports with Anton and me. What's up, Wolfpack? I'm Kennedy.
I'm Anton.
And this is Wolfpack Sports. Soccer girls ended with score 4-4 against Kosciuszko and won 2-0 in PK shootout. Boys lost 2-4. On December 6th, the boys tied 3-3 against Grenada. Girls lost 0-3.
In basketball news, on December 1st, Wolves played South Florida. The JV Bulls won 21-27. The JV Girls lost 17-18. The Washington Bulls won 66-40. On December field, JV Bulls lost 27-34 to Clarksville. Washington Bulls won 52-44. In bowling news, on December 1st, the Bulls played second and the girls played fifth in the Madison Central Invitation. On December 4th, played against the Neshoba Central. The Bulls won 3,387 to 2,860. Girls won 2,480 to 2,396.
Announcements. Today, December 8th, the cheer team will wave a send-off showcase at 6:30 at CE All-Stars. It's free and open to the public. They will go compete on Saturday in Jackson. Good luck, cheer team. Now on to the Bulls Player of the Week. What's up, Wolfpack? I'm Kennedy.
And I'm Tavian.
And you're the Player of the Week, so I have a couple questions for you. Your first question is, what sets you apart from other basketball players?
I think because I work hard. I try to push myself to the limits. That's really it.
What do you do during your off season?
I do a lot of conditioning, dribbling, shooting, just stuff to help me get better.
And who would you spotlight on your team if you could?
Probably my cousin Sam.
Thank you.
What's up, Wolfpack? I'm Anton, and we're here with
Christy.
Christy, our player of the week for this week. And the question for you is, what sets you apart from other players?
I'll say my speed.
If you had a chance to spotlight my team, who would you spotlight?
The kids.
I appreciate it.
Good morning, Wolfpack News.
It's Friday, December 8th. I'm Bryce.
And I'm Ken, and this is Worldwide News.
For weeks, visitors at the National Zoo in Washington have stopped by to say goodbye. The zoo's 3 giant pandas now headed to China. The zoo staff called this a hiatus in their 5-decade widely popular panda program. Chinese officials have yet to say if it will continue. You might wonder why this even matters.
There are, of course, far more pressing issues between the U.S. and China. But as we look deeper, tracking where pandas are leaving and where they're going, you get a better sense of the new world order.
China's hoping to craft these cuddly creatures used for China's major political and diplomatic needs, especially in places where it hopes to gain. But China says its focus is on conservation and research.
Beijing's panda diplomacy with Washington, as it's called, kicked off in 1972. Following President Nixon's historic visit to China, Chairman Mao Zedong, the founder of Communist China, gifted 2 pandas to the U.S. in a sign of warning.
They will be enjoyed by millions of people who come from across the country. Seeing their popularity rise amongst Americans, China sent more pandas to other zoos across the U.S., eventually loaning instead of gifting them.
The 2011 agreement between China and the National Zoo stipulates ownership of the pandas, and any offspring belong to China. The contract also requires payment to China of $500,000 each year for the conservation of giant pandas in China.
At its height, there are 15 pandas in the United States, but in the last decade, the numbers have dropped, coinciding with worsening U.S.-China relations, with the 3 pandas now departing from the National Zoo. That only leaves the Atlanta Zoo with pandas in the U.S.
For now, the contracts for Atlanta's Final Four expire next year. No word on any extension.
And that could mean by the end of 2024, the only panda in all of America will be Zing Zing right here in Mexico City.
China's also loaned out new giant pandas to other countries, including EU nations like Denmark, Finland, and Germany, also in the Middle East.
The National Zoo hopes China might one day send over more giant pandas.
They're even planning renovations for the soon-to-be vacant panda exhibit.
The world contains so much knowledge.
So much to learn and understand. What do you want to explore?
I'm Bryce.
And I'm Ken.
And
this has been Worldwide News.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.